Ready. Play.
Ostapenko's form has been way off. I mean, I saw her really struggling to beat players outside the top 100 in Werras earlier this year. But here she is, and she's in the quarterfinals, and she's going to be playing Barbora Krejcikova in a match you have seen before in the flesh.
Yes, at Birmingham. It's a repeat of the Birmingham final from last year. Yeah, and Ostapenko won that one in straights. It was tough straights. Like, it was a very competitive match. Krejcikova pushed it, but Ostapenko, very similar to now, looking very strong on the grass. And grass is a surface that suits her game. And I think I've seen a stat, it might have been actually from Damien on Twitter, that this is now Ostapenko's best slam in terms of win-loss record. Matches won and lost.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Battle of Grand Slam champions. That one, I think, is probably going to end up in court one because Rebecca's going to be the more well-known name, former champion. She's likely to be on centre along with a two-time semi-finalist in Svitolina. Not surprised that Ostapenko has the head-to-head. By the way, Krejcikova, also a player that we weren't sure about form because hers was injury-provoked rather than self-inflicted, if that makes sense. She's missed a lot of this year. So it's great to see that she's doing well. I do think that head-to-head will probably play out, especially since how confident Ostapenko is and how Krejcikova, although she is looking good, maybe hasn't been tested too much after the Kudermetova match. So I am leaning towards Ostapenko coming through that one and making a second career Wimbledon semi-final 6 years after her first.
Me too. I'm leaning towards that as well, and probably into close-ish sets with Ostapenko. I mean, even before the match today, although I had it as a 50-50 with her and Putintseva, I was kind of like, I do have this as 50-50, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Ostapenko wins, it's 2-3 or whatever, as it turned out. I also thought there's a good chance this goes 3, even at the end of the first set, by the way, and how dominant Ostapenko was throughout. And by the way, I think she hit in excess of 20 winners, and Putintseva was certainly under 10 and maybe closer to 5 on the winner count. But even at the end of the first set, and despite how dominant she had been, she can easily go off the rails for 2 or 3 games, and suddenly she's in a dogfight. And dogfights and Ostapenko, you never know which way they're going to go. In fact, if it's a dogfight, I might well fancy Putintseva. But that's the past. This is the present and even the future. But yeah, I'm going to go with the same way as you. Probably something similar to that Birmingham final. And then we'd have Jelena Ostapenko potentially in a Wimbledon semi-final.